All right. Good morning. It is about 4 o'clock, top of the hour. Um, I'm. This is now my 105th hour. 104 was my previous record, and the fast that I'd done a couple years ago. And so I'm pushing through to the next phase. So I wanted to share a little bit about what I've done on this fast and a little bit about what I've experienced so far. So if you've seen my previous video, first of all, I put up dry fast on the video. This is not a dry fast. I don't know why in the world I put that. This is a water fast. The first 24 hours was a dry fast. Everything after that has, of course, been drinking water. And there's a lot of health focuses that I have. I have a lot of concerns about the amount of plastics that's inside everything. It's inside our clothes. It's in our water. It's in the food that we're eating. There's a lot of toxins in the air that we're breathing in. They're spraying our crops with glyphosate. When it rains, it brings all that down. It's just a never endless cycle of toxicity. And I really wanted to help clear out the system. As I've mentioned, there's some health focuses that I have, things that I'm working on, and ultimately things that I want to improve. And fasting is a phenomenal way to do that. But you do have to be mindful, and I'll share with you a little bit of what I did to prep for this fast and what I've done while on the fast. So, I have, first and foremost, in prep for the fast, I didn't actually intend on doing this previously. It's something that came about because I was doing keto. So the ketosis approach to eating is basically keeping your carbs low. There's 101 different things, like opinions on it, but it's basically reducing your carbs low enough to the point where your body stops running on glucose and it starts running on its fat, or basically producing ketones for energy. And the keto approach to food has been proven to be phenomenally beneficial for healing the body, especially insulin resistance, which is what I have probably still. I'm working on it, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do some keto for a little while. And 1 week passed, 2 week passed, I got 3 weeks in, and I'm like, oh, I've been doing this for 3 weeks and dang near perfect. um I'll just throw in here a couple of pictures of the meals that I was eating. Sometimes it was eggs, sometimes it was steak, sometimes it was chicken. It just kind of depended on what I was feeling, but that's primarily what I ate. It was almost a carnivore type approach without being carnivore. But I was feeling better. I was sleeping better. My sleep apnea was reducing, so I saw a lot of benefits. And then I was like, well, why don't I go into a fast? Fasting can be extremely difficult if you just jump straight in, because if your body is used to running on glucose and the sugar that you're giving it through your food, and then all of a sudden you jump to not eating food, your body kind of freaks out. It's where like keto flu comes into play. You can feel really, really rubbish. And so I was like, well, I've been doing this for 3 weeks. That's probably going to help me transition. And, normally when I start a fast, I say, okay, I'm going to go for, 3 days. I'll do, 72 hours or something like that. This time I didn't have a time frame in mind. I just was like, I'm just going to go until I feel like stopping. And this is where I'm at. So that's a little bit of the backstory. Was I did keto for 3 weeks before jumping in. Once I jumped in, it's extremely important to stay hydrated, and you also want to keep up on your salt. There's 100 opinions about this too, But for me, I wanted to stay up on my Relight. It's a brand of electrolyte that I really like. It's got Redmond Real Salt in it. But then in addition to that, I take 3 to 4 servings of that every day. In addition to that, little Celtic salt crystals a couple times a day. And, up until recently, I was feeling really, really good. I mean, look, it's hard. My wife's not doing it with me, though she's fasted with me in the past. She's not doing it with me right now. And she's got her own health focuses. And so she's cooking, and, it's like I'm watching her whip up some, delicious food that I can't eat, and it smells amazing. But that's just part of this process. You just got to jump in and own it. And, if you're new to fasting, I would highly recommend, if you've, not done a 36-hour fast, I would run with a 36. 36 is really nice because it's just one day and then you sleep one more time and boom, you're there. And so if you just, stop eating one night, you go the next day without food, and then you go to bed, you're there. You're 36 and even maybe a little bit above. You can try a 2-day fast, 48 hours, just go a couple days. I would highly encourage each of you to just do a lot of research into, and if you have a doctor, go and chat with them. I struggle with a little bit with kind of mainstream doctors, because mainstream doctors don't get hardly any nutritional education. And I speak from experience on this. I managed a functional medicinal clinic. Because we were a franchise, I got to shake hands and meet doctors from all over the world. Heart surgeons, cardiologists, neurologists. I mean, it was incredible to see how many of these good, amazing doctors, which all of them are, like, the medical professionals that are in our field. If you're watching this and you work in the medical field, I salute you. Like, it's amazing the value that these people bring. But a part of why I'm doing this is to just bring a little bit more awareness of the difficulty of what we're running into. And it's just a system that's working against us. And I am out to share my story and to show you real time what can happen when you choose a different path. Anyway, I'll end it here. Stay up on your salt, stay up on your water. I just drove up to the canyon and filled up my bottle with some spring water, treated spring water from a spout that they have up here. It's not from the river, don't worry. It's amazing. It's fresh. It's nice. It's rained a little bit, so it just feels super, super good. But yeah, keep coming along for the journey. I'm going to keep dropping vids, keep sharing experiences and kind of milestones with this, and let you know how I'm feeling. I will say yesterday I was feeling pretty crappy. It was probably the most crappy I had been feeling was yesterday. So, again, it sucks. There's an element of this that sucks just all around. It's hard. Like, it just is. It requires a lot of focus. I've been trying to prioritize sleep. The problem is I'm not sleeping. Like, I'm sleeping good. I'm sleeping deep, but I'm waking up crazy early. There's just energy that the body is using. I've not put food in my mouth. It is Thursday morning. I have not put any food in my mouth since Saturday night. So, your body's just, it's shifting and it's doing things. And it's a powerful way to experiment with health. So I appreciate you guys being here. Drop a like, throw me a sub. This is a brand new channel, and I'd love to be able to get more of the word out and share more of my story. I got a lot to give in many ways, and I want to share more of that. So hope you guys have a great day, a great week, and until next time, keep the faith.